wasting time sitting around laughing with you. I miss you more than I thought I do. This one's for you. This one's for you. And all that you do when I look, when I look, when I look, I see who you, I see who you are. I see who you, I see who you are.
There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Headmaster's Homeroom. We felt like we needed to start off with a song, confuse everybody. Yes, but why not start off with a great song from the wonderful band, My Troubled Days. I am so excited, everybody. Welcome to the show tonight. Happy Friday to everyone. I am super excited to be here, and I'm so thankful everyone is here to join me and support one of our wonderful Artist Corner family members. So let's say hello to our wonderful viewers. Hello, everybody over there on Rumble. You guys make sure you're hitting those like buttons tonight. Thank you so much. And share. Hello to all of our ex-viewers tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hello to all of our pill viewers. I'm loving the memes. Break out the guitars. That's right, guys. I love it. And hello to our YouTube viewers. So great to have every single one of you guys here tonight to support our amazing guests. I am so thankful. Let's hit those buttons. Make sure you hit those likes, shares, follows, and thank you guys for your support with your rants, cash ups, pills, tips, and more. Help keep the show going. It's so exciting for everybody being here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. So without further ado, you may or may not know them, but tonight we are welcoming back some great friends of mine. We're joined with Matt and Darby tonight from My Troubled Days. This is album number 4, you guys. This is a heartfelt and enduring recording project built from years of their collaboration, their lifelong friendships. Through though separated, you guys, by distance, they still find a way to create amazing and outstanding music. We're so excited to sit there and have this. It is The Burning Clock album number 4. I can't wait to sit there and play these songs for you. So let's welcome them to the stage. Everyone say hello to Matt and Darby. There we go.
Hello.
Hello. I am so excited that you guys are joining me. I'm just saying hello to everybody in the chat. So exciting. Thank you, Sterling, for sharing it out. Woohoo! And it's congrats to My Troubled Days. Hello. We got so many over there on Rumble. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I appreciate that. So while I'm grabbing all these wonderful congrats and hellos to you guys, some of our viewers might not know who you are. It's a total shame. But tell us a little bit about your guys' wonderful journey, who you are, maybe a little bit how this started. I'd be excited to know.
Well, we've been jamming a long time, not to give our age away or nothing, but we go way back, and then we had multiple songs that kind of just stuck around with us that we just wouldn't let go, that we got to go ahead and get these recorded and put the full production effort into it. So that's what we did, and that's how this project started out, and then we grew it from there into the full 4-part series of The Burning Clock.
Right. Now I have a question. I don't know if I've ever asked you this. Have you guys known each other since you were like young? Is this a school friendship? How did you guys even meet each other?
Early 20s, actually.
Yeah, like early 20s.
When he first came over, he came, my neighbor brought him over, said, hey, you got to jam with this guy. You guys will get along. You like a lot of the same stuff. You're both good. You got good guitars and all that. So he comes over, and my wife Heather came down first, and so he was like, "Oh, you didn't tell me he was bringing me over to jam with the chick, you know." So no, it's
It was pretty.
that's
I love it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Oh, there's so many. Thank you guys so much. Everybody is saying hello. It's so great to see you guys are saying hello over there. Oh, jamming up. Okay, right? Okay, I might have to hold on one second. Let's pull this out while we're talking. That might be just easier because we're not sharing any music right now. But the memes are flying over here, right? Flying over here. Look at this. Thank you to Mom Bomb. Thank you so much. I know her. Thank you so much for gifting a can. Yes, they are truly one of the best independent music groups ever. I love it. Amazing people. Keep rocking my troubled days. Look at this. Thank you, Handy News. Oh, that is so awesome. I appreciate that. We love the wonderful memes. That's one of the great things about this, is these wonderful, wonderful memes that I know they rock. They rock. Even my guys rock. That is awesome. Everybody loves you. It's so great to have some support. You know what's so funny? As I've seen on the news today with everyone backing out of the 250th celebration, the concert and stuff that they're doing for the state fair.
Yeah.
And the first thing I thought of is like, so is My Troubled Days going to go fill in for one of these people?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
You don't know. I think that they're taking a lot of people. I don't know. You might want to find out if that's a possibility, because I saw something where they're like, we're taking all kinds of bands. Just saying.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. Yes.
Right. I think I even I bookmarked it. So I might have to send that to you and be like, I'll just text it to you, Matt. Be like, what's the worst that could happen? They say no. Right? Yeah. You're already out of no. What would it be? I've got to perform for the 250th celebration. That would be so awesome, right?
It would be.
Right. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, hold on real quick. Thank you so much. Oh, I know I have a meme here. Both Handy and the Bomb is literally sending out cans right now. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. You guys are the best. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And so I'm over here I'm going to put both of these here so you guys can see. We'll do a shout out. All right, here we go. Because they're loving on you. So make sure you say hello and say thank you. Yes, the Bomb and Handy News both gifted a can. Thank you so much. I love it. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
I should pull up because they're talking about where they can go and your website. So this is something that I want to throw up here really quick while we're talking before I get on to our music. Everybody, now tell them, because you can absolutely download. You usually put up a song, right, that people can download and have for free. I mean, this is something everybody needs to take advantage of right now. So go ahead and tell everybody about that. Yes,
if you sign up for our email list, that comes with the free download delivered to your email. And, we do a lot of stuff through email that we don't do through social media and stuff. So, and everything we have coming up, any, like opinions we ask for and stuff like that, we usually do it through email instead of through social media.
Yeah. It's more personal and you get better feedback.
Yep.
Well, I love that. And there's multiple ways, you guys. We just even shouted them out as the artist of the day. So if you guys saw that on X, it was a great way for them to hear a little clip of their music and also be able to follow them, because that's what we all need to do right now, especially on our social medias, is literally highlight each other, share each other's stuff out. That's why I'm always talking about sharing. Because, I might have a certain thousand, somebody else might not have a certain thousands, a few hundred here. It doesn't even matter. The more eyes and the more circulation this gets, the better off it is if we all just share. Right?
Absolutely. We really appreciate it.
Yes. All right. I have some questions for you. Let's start off with what makes this album different from your previous work?
Well, as a compared to part 3, sorry, my voice is a little bit gone. As compared to part 3, there's really no happy songs on this one. It's more somber, and you can hear it in these songs compared to the other one. There isn't this one's for you on this one.
Right.
They're more dark and brooding.
Right. Well, is there a certain, I mean, since we have this theme going on, is there a certain message or a certain feeling that came to you or emotion that came to you that said, okay, this is the route we're going? There's, something stir up in you.
Well, a lot of these songs are about betrayal, whether it be interpersonal, family, what have you, friends, business.
Right.
But
yeah. And I'm kind of hoping, I hate to even ask this because I don't want to say something like this happened, because I'm hoping that betrayal didn't happen to you personally, but maybe it's a sense of what you're feeling around you or what you're seeing around you per se.
Yes, it's
okay.
There is a lot of personal stuff. We weren't the primary lyricist. Matt did work a lot with John on the lyrics, but he was digging in deep into some of his personal trauma.
Yeah.
And it really came out, and it's right. Sometimes you'll have a whole album about heartbreak, and and it kind of, every song's kind of the same theme, but these are each one of them has its unique way of dealing with its trauma and expressing whatever came out of this certain one.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. It's just different aspects of very similar emotions.
As an artist, I may not do music, but as an artist, I can totally relate, because a lot of times, certain paintings, I've done a set that when I was, first adopted my kids, right, and trying to express their emotions. And sometimes it comes out in the work that you do, or you're going through something happy, or you just need whatever, and all of a sudden this little happy one comes out. You know, so completely as an artist, you're putting your whole soul into this stuff. And, whatever emotions you're going through, or whatever your family's going through, your life's going through, you cannot help but express it in your art and your craft, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? We've got lots of questions, guys, but I think that we need to start off with some amazing music. I've got Think Fast loaded up. You guys want to tell us a little bit about that before we play it?
Without going too deep into it, it's kind of, imagine yourself in a tense situation and how you're going to handle that.
Awesome. I wait to see what you guys think about it. We're going to load this up right now, everybody. This song is called Think Fast.
First pop sounds like fireworks. Second pop, I start to get a little nervous. Third, that's not so far away. I hear a girl scream his name. Think fast and run away. Think fast and run away. Think fast and run away. I hit the door full bull, run right through. Round the corner with a slip and I spill. Whose blood is this? There's no time to ask. I gotta move, I gotta last. Think fast and run away. Think fast and run away. Think fast and run away. Oh my God, I know this fool. Know him since grade school. This handouts out, I refuse to fold. To be so cold, to be so cold. Think fast and run away. Think fast and run away. Think fast and run away. Run away.
All right, let's go back to here. There we go. I know we got the next one. I just want to get that loaded up. Whoops. Well, I don't want to listen to that commercial. That's about the YouTube thing. Hold on, just getting the next one ready because I have questions. That one was awesome.
Yeah.
That was absolutely awesome. Right? And I'm like, wow. I mean, it just is so great to listen to new music. And I love that, everybody. You know, wasn't that just a great one to start with? How do you feel? I mean, like, are you hoping your fans and stuff connect to this emotionally? What are you hoping from this?
Yes, I always hope that people, you know, there's a certain meaning, there's a certain feeling that the lyricist it was going for, and then the music tries to support that. And I always hope people kind of put their own meaning to things. And, you know, maybe not necessarily what the lyricist was exactly going for, but, you know, when you scream something out at karaoke, you got to believe it, you know. And
Right. No matter you can carry a tune or not, as long as you're believing in it. Right.
Exactly.
Karaoke. You know, that's got to be, is it something difficult to literally have you guys in one area and your lead singer in another area? I mean, does he kind of, you send him the music, he records it, send it back? How does this kind of collaboration work?
You know, we'll get like an idea of a song together, and then we'll send them like a skeleton of a song with maybe like a partial fake drum beat and some guitar, or just a click track and a guitar. He'll start coming up with ideas. Then when we get together, kind of synergize and make things happen, you know, with the lyrics and shifting things around and stuff with the song parts.
Right. I mean, that's just got to be so neat that you guys are still on that same like wavelength, that you still mesh and you don't have to be in the same vicinity to, you know, come together and create such amazing tunes. I think that's really awesome.
It's a task.
Yeah.
Right. Especially in today's day and age. I mean, you know, that's part of it too. I mean, to stay authentic in today's music industry, to be able to collaborate, because you know there are probably a lot of other ways this could be a lot easier for you, and you guys probably, you know, don't choose to do that. And so that's a huge honor right there in itself, you know. And I know it takes time and dedication, and it's not easy, but it pays off with you guys' amazing work. I just wanted to let you know that.
Well, thank you very much. That
You're
means a
welcome.
lot.
Well, it means a lot to me too, because everyone, there's so many people. I see people all the time on social media going, oh, come on, stop with the AI music or stop with the whatever, because you could kick it out in a lot faster, but it doesn't have that soul. It doesn't have that beauty to it that you can actually feel in a lot of, especially like your guys' music. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I haven't. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, my dad sent me some AI music, asked me what I thought of it. It was called Psalm and Blues, I think. And I think it connected with him right away because it's Psalms and he loves Psalms. Right. But and I just said, okay, that's cool, didn't want to go too much into it. And then like a few days later, he's like, after listening to that a few times, I realized it wasn't real, and it was a good fake. It was really good, but even he picked up on it after not so long. I didn't actually have to tell him, hey, that's not real music, Dad.
I think my dad would be a little bit about that way too, because he's like, he's so into music. He's just like, yeah, I mean, and that's the artistry of it, is like we talked about it a little bit earlier. I mean, when you're an artist of whatever you're creating, you literally, hopefully you're pouring some emotion or soul or something that's, involved in your life, or something that you feel passionate about. I mean, even if you're just doing pretty landscapes, you want to take people on a journey. Maybe you want to visit there. I mean, the same thing with music writing. I can't even imagine. Do you ever like wake up with like, lyrics in your head and you're writing them down? You ever have those 3 a.m. kind of wake up?
Yeah. Lyrics, guitar riffs, progressions, drum beats, everything. Yes.
I bet. Right. So your notepad. I always have the notepad near me.
You wake up, you heard a song in your dream somehow, and you wake up, say, I gotta remember that. Like, what was that?
Right, exactly. Because what happens if you don't write it down? You're like, how'd that go? Right. Exactly. I think that's awesome. Yeah, it's gone. Exactly. Guys, that's a good FYI. Put a notebook by the bed or a recorder if you're doing music. So I have a question for you. So what do your longtime fans notice about this new era? What is some of the feedback you've been getting?
Just this one doesn't have one of the happy songs on it. It's more dark and brooding as compared to some of the other ones. Not to say that there wasn't dark and brooding songs before. It's just this one is 5 of them.
There's no relief.
And I agree with Andy. There's no place for AI generated music, not for music we're going to consume.
Right. I agree. And people are putting this in here too a lot. We could talk about that. And thanks you guys for your opinions on that too. That's funny. I love that. Sterling, he learned how to play a Tool song in his sleep. That's right. It's those 3 o'clock. It may not be 3 o'clock, but it seems like that's the prime hour to, waking up and, oh, what's that song? What's that, whatever. But
about 3. Right.
There is something about 3. I don't know. Maybe it's when you're in your most zen. I don't know. But so people kind of were like, I don't know if they're unhappy that you didn't have like a happy little tune. And that might be somewhat my fault. You guys, I loved, if I'm doing a happy show, I'll send you off with a happy little tune, but it's not the only one. I mean, I really love Settle, because that one to me is also it's not necessarily the happy-go-lucky thing, because we don't need to settle. And so when I'm screaming, use your voices, be the change, and I play like, I know I keep calling it Don't Settle, but it's called Settle. But it's sending you a message. And I really love that you guys are also doing that, in your work. You're sending out messages for us to listen to and pay attention, like that one, This Time, right?
Yeah. I really like that too.
Right. Well, maybe next album, guys, but this one is really, really fantastic. And we love it. We're going to play the next one here for us. Let's get it loaded up. This one is, no, that last one was Think Fast. Sorry, this one's called This Time. Is there anything in particular you want to talk about this one?
Well, this one's getting a little more into the emotional trauma and, being betrayed and, I'm done. I'm done with this. Kind of emotional roller coaster that we've been on for so long.
pretty
Yes.
progressive in the choice of instrumentation too. I think we counted 36 different instruments on this or something crazy like that.
Oh, I've got all kinds of questions for you about that. Let's keep that in mind because I want to know what those are. So you guys will have plenty of time to talk about that. Let's enjoy this next one. It's called This Time, and we'll be back to find out more details about this song. Here we go, guys.
With all the names thrown my way, it was foolish to not think one would take. Race center, baby, pushed and pulled to your beck and call. How could I ever fall? How could I ever fail? Words like blades split into my every inch, my every pore. Prison is a shelter from this darkness. How could I ever fail? Stones piled so high turned to walls I couldn't scale. Oh, look what you've done now. Oh no, look what you've done now. This town, there is no room for you. This town, there is no truth. So push on my points to make it hurt as I scream. Muffle the alert. I know I should forgive all these years, but I was raised by dirt. Please clear my mind, clear my heart to find some peace. How could I ever fail? Stones piled so high, turned to walls I couldn't scale. Oh no, look what you've done now. Oh no, look what you've done now. what you've done. Oh, no. Look what you've done now. This time, there is no this time, there is no oh no, look what you've done now. Oh no, look what you've done now.
Awesome. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right, let me get the next one loaded up so we're ready to go for that one too. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm so excited. So we were asking about the instruments that you guys, all the instruments. I wanted to know about those.
Well,
Where do you start?
yeah, if you go to the end of the song, it ends on with that vibraphone and clarinet with the vocals. And like you can hear how it builds at that last chorus outro with the different instruments kind of evolving. You know, at the front part, it's similar to the other choruses, and then it gets to the full outro part where the vocals change a little bit. It switches over to more of an organ sound, and then was it the second or third verse? It starts off. There's kind of two dueling pianos going back and forth. There's the one that Darby played, which is more chord based, and then there's the one I played, which is more single note based. And then the second half of that verse is where it comes in with perfect Baroque 2-to-1 counterpoint, clarinet to the bassoon, and that just come out of nowhere. I don't even know where we come up with that, but you know, it really changed the feel of that that verse. And then you see, like, especially at the beginning of the song, how stark it is when it's just the acoustic guitar, and that's a nylon string acoustic too, and the vocals, how absolutely stark that is. And then when you feel all these parts come in, how it all swells together.
Right. Absolutely awesome. I mean, my brain's going, how many instruments do you each play, by the way? Is there an instrument that you don't know how to play?
Play well or play?
Flute. I can't get the blowing thing right with the flute, like blowing across the I can't get that.
I'm not good with any of the wind instruments. My wife plays cornet and little flute and stuff. Not for me. It tickles my lips so bad. Right.
Now, do the wives ever collaborate or help out on the albums and the music ever?
Letting us do it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the greatest part, though, too, right? That is awesome. I agree. That's right. Perfect Barrette counterpoint out of nowhere. I think it's legendary, too, Sterling. Isn't it awesome? Absolutely phenomenal. You guys' music is fantastic. Just love it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now, tell us, is there any, from this album, recording this album, is there any memorable studio moments that just really struck out to you guys?
Oh, that's a good question. I think when we were recording drums, it's a stressful thing. You're trying to get it done, maybe in a couple weekends, and, everybody's working and trying to squeeze everybody's schedule together. And then we had, we kind of come up, even though we sing the songs ahead of time, there's still things just come up. You get in there, you get your emotions going, and
Really working them parts out.
Yeah.
Some of these songs are not in 4/4. So
there was one, what is in 6/8, right?
Well, the 3/4 and 6/8.
Okay.
So yeah, it was our drummer Aaron. I wish I would have shared some. I have shared some pictures on X, but I wish I would have sent you a picture today, lady, so we could put him up and honor him. He comes over and plays drums for us on all of our stuff. Very good friend of mine. I've been involved with him in dozens of projects.
Well, you know what? Give me a second. You said it's on your account?
Yeah, this is from back when we recorded drums several months ago, maybe December.
Okay. I'm scrolling. Maybe I'll find it. Maybe we'll find it so we can show it. Okay. You know, that is really awesome because we do want to honor it. I mean, I don't know if we're ever going to meet the lead singer, you know, that would always be really awesome as well, too.
That's a toughie.
That is a toughie. Have you guys ever thought about doing a live studio video of you guys playing? Well, I guess since you're not in the same state, that would be really hard.
Well, we could, like he and I could play our instruments and maybe have a drummer and stuff, and whatever instruments that we couldn't play, just have them piped in through the song itself, basically karaoke with our own song.
Yeah, right.
Right. I mean, have you ever thought about doing like a live version of your recordings?
Yeah.
As a
video? We were talking about this recently.
We've talked about it. Almost practiced one time too.
Did you? Did you? Maybe, just maybe. Okay, so I'm looking. Maybe there's a better way. Maybe if you want to look on your phone and send me about you are one Sharon person. I'll tell you what, my husband. Thank you so much, because I'm strolling through this, guys. I cannot tell you how many of our artworks and our shows are all being shared. This is the sharing king. I'll tell you what. Thank you for that. That really makes
Karen
me
is Karen, right? But
yes,
no one likes Karens though.
But it's so wonderful because you, like I said, you're just like the king of this. Okay, so I'm only on April. Wow. Okay.
Good luck, Ray. Good luck.
You guys, I wish you all had accounts like this one too, because I mean, there is not a single artwork out there that you guys are doing that they're not sharing. Every artist of the day, every show that we're all doing. I mean, wow. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Hey, if you guys are sharing my show, you can always tag me into it. I'll help share that out because I haven't even noticed that, but thank you so much for that. Okay, so I am now into April, and we're still, you guys are sharing kings. Okay, I might have to look at a different time. Or if you want to just send me a picture or something like that, you can, okay? And we'll share it out, and we'll give some honor to him, and I will tag that. If you want to put it out again on X, I will tag that and include that, and we'll make sure that they get the honor for that, okay? Awesome.
Dar might be able to come up with something here right quick.
Okay, cool. Is there anything on this album or in any album that went completely wrong during the process, but then turned into something absolutely amazing?
Traveling back and forth, recording every time. It's just so far, and getting on and off the airplane and wondering what's going to happen with your equipment. We had a microphone break one time. It's just a disaster, and having to, you think you have the lyrics set, then you start recording and talking back and forth. They get reworked because you always want to be a little more obscure in what you're trying to say, as opposed to being too on the nose. See, when I'm working with John, when we're working with them, writing the lyrics, it's just tone it down. It's like, no, you can't say that. Say something more roundabout. And when he does, he has a very poetic way of coming up with the way he says things.
Right.
He's quite a lyricist. He's a good singer. I ain't trying to slight his singing skills or anything, but he's quite a lyricist. Right.
Is there any time that he just is like, no, I just can't, not today, it's just not going to happen?
A couple several winters ago, he came up here, and we had planned on recording a few more songs, and it just fell through. It just too much snow. It just, the logistics were insane. You know, he had come up here and hadn't been back home, and I don't know, it'd been 4 or 5 years, and everybody wanted to see him. It just didn't happen.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That's got to be like just the worst of it, right? So it just delays you, you know, but eventually, likely it's working out. Would you have done the album any sooner without the delays? Were you guys all ready to go with, like, you know, music and so forth?
Yeah. Well, it all worked out for the better.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Well, it's because we had released parts 1 and parts 2 some time ago, and you know they weren't up to the same standards as they are now, and they kind of got pushed to the back burner. And Darby and I got involved with the project about 4 or 5 years ago, and Jeremy. And we started working on another project about 4 or 5 years ago, and that completely fell through. We'll talk about that here in a little while.
Okay.
And after that fell through, me and Darby were sitting here and just kind of like, what are we going to do with our musical lives now? Because, you know, we start one thing and it, you know, falls through, start another thing, it falls through every time we try to get it back up and running. And then we looked at what we had, and we just kind of started putting it back together. Parts 1 and 2 were fairly easy. There was just, you know, remix them and master them and stuff like that. Whereas part 3 and especially part 4, that's us totally building them songs from scratch. There, like I had said earlier, they're just barely a skeleton of a song. It'd be a click track, a scratch guitar, and the vocals.
Right.
We would build them from that, or some songs were built a little bit more and bigger, and he would put his lyrics to them. Like Manic Midnight is a good example of that, whereas most of the parts were already there when he recorded it, versus This Time, that was basically a skeleton for him to come up with that kind of power at chorus with just such a skeleton. It was just a testament to John as a vocalist.
Right. Amazing. I love your love for each other, you know, and your support. I get it. Not always to come out on time, but sometimes it comes out for the better. And you were speaking of big songs, and that just leads right into the next one, because I'll tell you what, Strike the Serpent, that is a big song. So if you want to talk a little bit about that before we play this next one, that would be great.
This is from John's perspective, this is like the music business in a nutshell. Mm-hmm. That's what it's basically about. I guess some of his personal dealings with it, but it's kind of more generalized. If you listen to the lyrics, what happens to so many bands when they get signed on a label, and managers, and the underhanded business of what is the music business.
Right. And I felt a little bit of a strike towards this whole like AI generated things as well too. Is, you know, that's just kind of like my take when I heard on this as well too, because I did see that. And it was just kind of like, you know, where is our voices? Where is this? Because it's the control here or the whatever here, or, you know, we're always fighting, you know, and so, yeah, you strike back. And I thought this was a very big song. I'm very happy to play this. So we're going to load this up, everybody. This is called Strike the Serpent.
Saw it coming with all the smiles and steady handshakes. All the while, behind those eyes, pushing your purpose. Coil the snakes. Strike, strike, strike the serpents. 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 Trying to take all the credit for half the work. Clearly you can't see the truth. Blinded, wasted eyes. Coiled the snakes. Strike, strike, strike the serpents. 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 Never mind your reasons, it's a risk we take. Come on, get your taste. There is no way, it's all yours. No gift, just take. And every complaint, I'm waiting, ready to taste. Carve the snakes. Strike, strike the serpents. Strike, 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 strike the serpents. Strike, strike, strike the serpents. Strike, strike the serpents. Strike, strike, strike the serpents. Strike, strike, strike the serpents.
Wow. You know, I love that song. Oh my gosh, I love that song.
I love how much you love that.
So fantastic. Oh my gosh. And it's just, like I said, that's a big song. Very powerful.
I love your perspective on it too. That's really cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Right. Because I was jamming through the songs and everything beforehand, because I'm like, right. I always love listening to your music, it's just exciting. I love, and I'm so honored to play your music at the end of the shows too, because a lot of times they fit a lot of my scenes. I was going to ask you on the Memorial Day. I'm like, do you have one for that too? But Lee Greenwood. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was just absolutely awesome. I just think it's great. I did have a question here too that I thought was a fantastic. Hockey wanted to ask, and it's a good question. Like, how'd you come up with the name The Burning Clock? And I thought it was great. While you're doing that, I'm going to load up. Thank you for the email, the picture of Aaron. So, how did you come up with the name The Burning Clock?
Looking for album cover work, and it kind of come from there.
Nice. Do you guys go ahead?
Well, it just ironic how it just comes from looking for different cover art, and it's like, oh, that's what we should call it, is The Burning Clock.
Right. right?
Yeah. And that has multiple meanings too. Of course, as a musician, like we used to say, oh, if we don't make it by 30, we're quitting. You know what I mean? So the clock is always burning. And then we do have a song called The Burning Clock. That's the next one up, actually.
Yes.
And it has more of a theme of, people you love struggling or you're struggling, or maybe it's an addiction or something along those lines. So it has multiple meanings for us.
Yes, it does. Now, do you guys do your own artwork for it? Do you reach out to artists? How do you guys come up with your album covers and so forth?
Just finding different pictures that go with the theme. If you look at all 4 parts, the album covers, they all have kind of the same theme.
Right. Yep. When I was looking at your thing, when I was doing your promo, I was trying, because at the very beginning, like when I see the placeholder for the burning clock, you have a clock that's on burning. And as soon as I play the video, that image disappeared. And I'm like, that's the one I wanted for the promo. And I should have emailed you. Give me that image of the burning clock.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And it was just really interesting. And you guys create your own videos as well, too, right? I mean, they're artists all the way around. It's phenomenal.
Yes, Handy actually made a really cool video for Strike the Serpent.
Yeah.
Did he?
For part 3 and part 4.
Nice.
Handy made all the videos for them. So hats off to him. But the other ones, parts 1 and 2 on my Rumble or on the My Troubled Days Rumble page, are all videos that we had come up with, just kind of cut and paste and a little bit of video editing.
I know a little bit about that when I'm doing like my cooking videos. I'm like, okay, Canva, cut here, whatever. And, you know, sometimes like, I'm sitting there and I'm just filming, and there's like, I'm mixing something and it might take, 5-10 minutes to mix. And I've had to learn, because they call it mixer madness. I'm like, no, I need to cut that part out. And it is, I'm new to this, but it's a lot of cutting, editing, and putting everything together. So it's a wonderful masterpiece like you guys have done.
Yeah, it is.
Great job. Tell us a little bit about Aaron. This is the drummer, everyone.
Oh, yeah. We go way back. We've both played in multiple different projects with him. He was part of the original. He wasn't our original drummer we started with, but he replaced the original drummer.
He was part of the original iteration, which was part 1 of the Burning Clock. So it was natural just to bring him in just to drum on this stuff.
Right. And brings back like maybe an old vibe that you once had, maybe.
Yeah.
He had been my drum partner in more than a few projects, dozens of projects. He and I have worked together over the decades. So it was a natural fit for him to come in.
Yeah. They groove. They definitely grew. And he's always been one of my favorite drummers to play with. He can play through stuff that and keep the feeling of it.
I love it. Well, hats off, and I'm glad you sent me the picture. Thank you so much for that. We now get to include him in this wonderful video, right? But hats off to the amazing drummer, Aaron. That is fantastic. I love it.
We had the song from our next part coming out, On the Horizon. He's actually the cousins with Melissa, the vocalist on that song.
Really? Fantastic.
He introduced us to her.
Wow. I love that. That's almost a perfect little segue. I mean, I know that we're going on that, but I know you sent that to me, and I do have it ready whenever you want to. But I did have another question here for you from the audience. Have you ever thought about making an acoustic album?
Yes. Oh, actually, when we did the song On the Horizon, the first thing we did with that was acoustic guitar. Yeah. And we were playing with some reverbs. You had like just got a new reverb, and
the giant.
Oh man, dude, it sounded so great. I was like, we got to do an acoustic album. What? Like, okay, maybe later, but we'll keep that in mind.
Right. I would enjoy that as well too. It's kind of like an unplugged. I miss that, like the original Unplugged, where people, you actually could tell that they were real and they weren't some, fabricated whatever, or, synthesized whatever. I loved that series when was good.
Oh yeah.
So we'd have to
Yeah.
look forward to that, guys, because it may coming up. Would that be a side project?
Well, we just kind of go with the flow with what we're doing, and
Right.
We have some stuff coming up this year. We'll talk about that closer to the end.
Okay.
Kind of
Awesome.
segueing into what Darb was saying with Melissa. We started out working with Melissa. This is what got he and I back together about 6 years ago or so, to get someone this off the ground and start writing some new songs and work with the new vocalist. And it fell through because her husband got very sick a few times, and every time we tried to get back on, he would get even more sick. Well, he ended up passing away, and we haven't been able to reconnect with her yet.
Excuse me.
To finish the project. Originally, we were going to do a 4 or 5 song project with her, kind of similar to one of the parts lengths as the Burning Clock parts. But hopefully, we just try to keep up hope, and we can work.
Right, life happens, and I understand that. I truly understand that. And so I don't know if you want to hold on to that one, since you guys want to talk about something coming up. We can hold on to Onto the Horizon. You guys can talk a little bit more about that. You want to play it now? Sure. All right. Because we were talking about this one, and just the acoustic and all this kind of stuff. So let me load it up here. He talked a lot about this. So here we go. And thank you for the special link. All right, you guys, let's enjoy this amazing one. And tell us the woman's name again, Melissa, right?
Melissa. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Melissa is the vocals on this one. We're excited to hear it. All right, everybody, On the Horizon.
I've been filled with disillusion. I don't know why, where the love went, how we lost it. No one knows why. The odds are against me, but I'm still trying. These are the darkest days I've ever known. The darkest days I've ever known. But now I'm filled with resolution. Now I know why and what to do before I die. These are the darkest days I've ever known, but I see a silver lining. This is the darkest place I've ever been, but love is on the horizon. Cause I believe in the power of love, and now I know I am here for a reason. And I believe in the power of love, and that is enough. These are the darkest days, but I see a silver lining. This is the darkest
Wow. I love that. I dropped the link in the permanent chat for that and their website while we're listening to that amazing sound. Totally different having the female vocals, but man, I'm really liking that song too. And I do remember it because we did play this before. So I was like, oh, I knew the verse, I knew the chorus. I'm in the back singing, guys. I'm like, oh, I know this song.
Yep.
Awesome. Wow. That is just so great. So great. And it's totally different. They both bring different vibes to your music, but both honor your music, both, extremely well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
very
welcome. So what were your biggest influence while you were creating this project?
We were just trying to get back at it. We're too old to go out and play in bands like we used to as kids. And we together, but I've been involved with music licensing for about 12 or 14 years with varying levels of success. And that's always been the driving factor for us in creating music. And really, this is all a testament to Handy and Dow over there at Handy News, getting us out there involved in the community like this and sharing our music with everybody, because we had been just not so worried about that. We put our stuff online and we put it in our music libraries where, because we're worried about the licensing stuff. And this has just been a super cool, way different journey than we expected to last, I don't know, year and a half or so with parts 1 through 4. It's been really cool, been very interesting. And the last song we heard, the project with Melissa, we're really hoping to get this back off the ground this year. We're just in preliminary talks. It's looking good, but you know how life can be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Mine's always forever changing. So I completely understand that. And it's amazing because you're just talking about the importance of, I was just going to ask you a question about how important is, fan support when you are making or promoting an album, and just you talking about having good friends where they play your album and you come on to talk, they help us, share it out. Again, you guys sharing and stuff like this, is so important because, you can go from like, oh, this, are we going to see a pathway this way forward? And then next thing you know, something switches or somebody helps promote you or everyone starts sharing and you're like, wow, okay, I didn't expect this. And a whole new path opens up for you. And it's a good thing because you need to be heard. We need really good music. I don't even get me started on this crap that
yeah. Well, you are very inspirational. I'll tell you that much.
Thank you. But you know how much I love the arts, I really do. And it's so exciting for me to highlight, an artist every day and to show in a world that's just whatever's going on. It's like there's so much real and so much beauty and so much talent that people may or may not even know exists. And so it's important to me. And I love doing that for you guys. And as I do all my artists, I call you guys all mine, but you know what I mean? Right? Amazing. So do you guys, go ahead.
I said, I'll take it.
Right. My pleasure. We heard about the 30 different instruments, but what other kind of experiments with new sounds and stuff do you guys do with production styles?
Well, different percussion instruments we have sitting around. We'll add them, like on Strike the Serpent. Mm-hmm. You'll hear that there's the shaker, bongos, and conga to get that kind of flavor, that kind of Latin flavor.
And those are all real instruments, actually, with a microphone put up to the instrument and played in time. Maybe there's a little editing here and there, but
that's just so fast.
Right. But we also like to play with the electronic stuff, like the synths where you can control the waveform completely, control the release and the attack and all that.
Virtual instruments, different virtual instruments and what they can bring.
Yes, you still play it, typically on a keyboard, but you can really just make your sound go from an analog synth to a keyboard to something spacey or something
violin, clarinet.
And then you put an arpeggiator in front of it, and I can play with that all day. Just listen to the different patterns and different octaves, and Like, oh wow, that's cool. Oh wow, that's cool.
Right. Right. When you're playing around, do you just, keep those tracks or keep those moments for something maybe down the road? Or do you have these moments where you're just having fun? You're like, there's no way in hell I'm ever going to let that release.
Well, yeah, both. There's times that you really want to keep something, and I'm sure we both have hard drives full of stuff that, man, if we ever dug through some of that stuff, there'd be some blast from the past there. But a lot of it all just disappears too as you clean your hard drives, or just gets lost in the mix somewhere on an external drive somewhere that
gets changed around, gets reworked or elaborated on.
Right. I might encourage you guys on one of my Throwback Thursdays, because sometimes, I like, let's look at like how we started. And so you might have to do a little quick video of that stuff, because to inspire other people. Like if you saw my very first drawings, people are nice and they're like, oh, that kind of looks like a cave drawing or whatever. I'm like, that's supposed to be a skull, like a dead bull skull, right? And it's so horrible, and people are really so nice to me. But a lot of people hear, something, and they think, oh man, did you guys just, were you born doing something great? Were you born playing instruments? And they, no, it's a lot of work, and you can do it too. So I might bug you, be like, hey, Matt, hey, Darby, give us one of these beginning things to give people some inspiration on a Throwback Thursday sometime.
Okay. Sure. That'd be great.
Right? I think so. Because then it's like, hey, this is where we started, and look what we've become. And it would be really fun, I think.
I recorded my first solo thing, little solo album on mini disc. Do you remember those?
Oh my gosh, yes. We're so old. Right, good. Right.
They're really cool because you could record on digital, unlike a tape. The cassette was what we had before that.
Oh, that's funny. So Darby has a solo album. I got to ask a little bit about that. Tell me.
No, that was. See, that's probably lost somewhere on a mini disc. Who even has a mini disc player?
I know, probably not anymore. But that's one of those, not a chance in this world is that ever going to get out. Somebody will find it someday. They'll play it at your funeral and be like, yeah.
What Claw's saying in the chat. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We'd absolutely love to collaborate with him. He's a heck of a picker. And other people too. That's one thing we're looking to do this year is get a collaboration going, just a single song with someone.
So Claw, is that a reference to the claw picking style?
Yeah. He says, I'm looking forward to tracking these guys down and picking a few tunes with them once I get relocated. Oh man, that would be great.
Yeah.
Claw's coming on in a little while. Sometime, what is it, August, June? No, the end of June. Woo, you guys get booked. I only have a few spaces in August, so I'm like, what? No, Claw's coming the end of June. So that'll be really fun.
Oh, cool.
Really I'm telling you, this is another thing, guys. Hey, I hate to bring up the go vote for me on the artist, but I was like, what would I do with that money? I'm like, man, we need an artist corner retreat so bad. It'd be so much fun to put something like that together where it's just music and art. It's a little tiny little festival. I would love to do that. And then you guys could all play live, it'd be great.
That'd be great.
Wow. Yeah.
Right. I love it. JJ, Darby's lost music. I know. I think that's funny. Right. We're going to have to bring that up. Right, Lady H Bookings. Yes, I am. That's what I love. What a great way. Who's going to turn down free advertising and a night to come out and hang out with me where I just sit here and geek out and get so excited about your guys' stuff, It's just absolutely awesome. So I have a question. So we have a few more of these songs, and we could play also, if you want to, we could play something from that's a great time to ask. Is there something from your older albums that you felt like, maybe this didn't get enough play, that I really want to bring this up again, and we could play it right now, and you could talk a little bit about it?
Actually, I'd have to take a look. There is a couple though, Lady Hamilton. I just want to select the right one.
Okay.
I'll take a look at a list I have written down real quick. But
well, I have a few that I probably should play more often because I really love them. Like I love No Chains. I don't know if that gets enough airplay, and that's probably my fault, guys, because I tend to get stuck on a few. I play Always This Way a lot too, but I think No Chains is one that I really love. I don't think it's enough attention, at least from me, and I need to do better.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you guys have one that's sticking out? I'll go find it if you want.
Well, it'd be awesome if you could play the next track off of part 4.
I sure can.
The title track, The Burning Clock.
Sure. I've got that listed, and we will come back and we're going to load that up right now, guys, and play the next song. You want to say anything about this before I play it?
Oh, this one has some sounds on it. This was interesting. It took an interesting turn. It's really a testament to Darby here. He come up with some really cool, interesting parts for this song that really turned it into what it is.
I've always really liked this one. Someone mentioned earlier that they learned a Tool riff, a bass riff in their sleep.
Lord Sterling.
And,
Lord Sterling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this song, it always kind of, as we were working on it, it reminded me of a Maynard type song. I've always enjoyed it.
Nice. All right, everybody, let's get excited because this is the title song. Now, real bit quickly, is it interesting that you finally got a song that you titled The Burning Clock and it's on part 4?
That had always been the plan.
That's always been the plan.
To put that song on part 4, yeah.
Nice. All right, guys, here we go. This song is called The Burning Clock.
Don't you worry, she said, I'll be fine. With addiction like this, it is a steady decline. Fire the flame, burns fire the flame, burning clocks running out of time. Left behind these dreams, they end in silence. I'm chasing ghosts now, steady but not fast. Burning clocks running out of time. The pain of a childhood couldn't get past.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Love it.
Thank
And so
you.
what you're welcome. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was electric. Okay, sorry. I'm just getting up the next one. So we go, okay, we got one more. All right, I love it. So what do you want people to know about this song? Because man, that was just really awesome.
Well,
this one has Darby's thumbprint all over it for sure. This is his song.
His song.
You know, you can just how much he put into it and the parts he put into it. Yeah, this definitely is.
Yeah, it was a pretty regular thing. Even back to part 2 when we were looking ahead, it's like, oh, this needs another part here, and this needs another part here, and how about a part here? And so it was a constant moving, work in motion.
Yeah.
And this was before we even had real drums to it too.
Yeah. This song had been very fluid for a long time. And once we put it together, this is what it is. Yeah. And you hear that weird guitar part of the end. That meow meow.
And yeah, it's one I got to have fun with. It I got to play with effects, with delays and reverse delays,
reverse guitar
and things like that. I really have fun with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this was a fun song right here.
Right?
The production of it.
And there's some pretty straightforward parts in there too.
Mm-hmm. So, right. How long's that been going on through the head? How many mornings, Darby? How long you been working on this little baby of yours?
Oh man, we got to be.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, last summer probably.
Yeah.
Last spring maybe.
Yeah. There's actually, because you can hear the acoustic guitars. There's actually 4 different acoustics throughout the song. Right. Sometimes there's 2 going at the same time, but they're all like different rhythms and picking styles and stuff like that. I thought that was a real nice touch. Mm-hmm. We ended up using all 4 of them. We just placed them in different parts of the song.
He said we need some acoustic on this, and well, we tried to do it one night, and we maybe got a little out of hand that night.
Abject failure.
But I was like, I'm going to work on it this weekend. Don't worry. And so I gave him a few different parts, a few different styles, and said, kind of explained it, what I thought and how I would use it. And then he said, hey, I used all 4 of those. Like, oh, wow. Okay, cool.
We do.
Found a spot for him.
I love that. That is just so much fun. I love you guys. I get out of hand, so we have to schedule it for another time. How much time do you guys, have to dedicate into making, each track per se?
Oh man,
that's a loaded question.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Depends. It depends on how much is there. Part 4 had almost nothing. There are skeletons of a song with vocals on them. We built it all the way up. Part 3 similar, but to a lesser extent.
Yeah.
And then the actual mixing and mastering is all those parts, and he's really pays attention to detail on the mixes. And if he wants this one part a half a decibel lower at this one spot, then he'll take the time to do it and write automation for every detail like that.
Oh, I am sure. Because I was going to sit there, so everyone always asks an artist, like, how do you know? So how do you know when you're done? That's a good question for you guys.
There's another loaded question. Well, you kind of get a static mix together, get all the parts kind of the way you want them sounding. And then after you get it there, and it's kind of a, like I said, static, balanced mix, then you start writing that automation. It could be volume automation, up or down, pulling the part or accenting a thing it might be doing, making an effect level come in on it, taking it off, changing the EQ. It could be anything and everything.
Right.
And with that said, writing automation, that's how I know the song's done, is when I get to the point of writing automation, and every single instrument has a little bit of automation on it at the very, very least. Right. And it literally, The biggest one is the drums, because the drums are one instrument and a bunch of different instruments. So you end up writing automation for all that. You have your macro automation, which would be different volume levels for the verse and the chorus. And then you have your micro automation, which would be like the first beat is going to be the loudest out of all. I mean, just barely, but it adds that propulsion to the mix. But the levels of automation that I write are definitely a testament to the man that mentored me, Jordan Valerie. He's more of a heavy metal type of engineer, but his techniques translate across all genres of music. He's taught a lot of people in many different genres. It's definitely a testament to that man, Jordan Valerie.
Jordan Valerie. I'll have to look that up, because that is one of the questions. I was like, so who inspires you guys? So I'll have to look that up. Jordan Valerie. I have not heard of them. Interesting. I'm gonna look that up right now so I can save it for later. Who inspires you, Darby?
I'm inspired day to day, and I love indie music, and so a lot of times you don't even know the people's names, or you don't even know the name of the song, or you'll just hear something that just resonates with you and go, oh yeah,
inspires you.
Yeah, that's cool, you know.
Right.
And of course, there's all the stuff I grew up with. I grew up in the 90s with alternative, and I love all that. I think we had one of the best musical eras, and I loved everything from the 80s. That was super fun, being a kid in the 80s, and Metallica and Motley Crue and all that. And
seen both of them in concert.
Classic country, both of us with classic country. Right there, there's my buddy True Sanity. He's a classic country fan too.
Yes.
Right. It's funny because I have seen both of them in concert. You guys are talking about. So I understand.
Naming random stuff that came to the top of my head, but it works.
Right, but no, of course. I mean, right. Those are people. I mean, when you're in the 80s, you know, it's just interesting who gets with them, or who inspires us, or the things that we, it's definitely back in the day. I was totally the 80s rocker chick, the long Aquanet hair and
nice.
all that kind of stuff, right? One of the best.
Right.
I mean, one of the best concerts I ever saw was Def Leppard, and probably because they were good, but it was also on New Year's Eve, and they put on one heck of a concert. It laughed right into my brain and stuck with me forever. I was like, man, they came out, just kept on playing and kept on playing. It was just really awesome. So those things stick with us, and the 80s were some really good music, and gives us a lot of inspiration to go forward. Absolutely.
Last time I was on, I had a bear on my shirt that was supposed to look like Slash. Right. I wore it at the family reunion this year, and my dad was like asking me about it. I was like, oh, this is referencing that cassette you took from me when I was 10 years old, that you wouldn't let me listen to. Like, am I allowed to listen to it now?
That's awesome.
Turns out he was right. It is all about sex and drugs, but
right. It basically was. I mean, I had to go see them. I mean, when November Rain came out, I was just like, okay, I liked them already, but I just really loved the dynamics of that song, the full-on orchestra and all that was into that. So yeah, I had to go see them as well too. So yeah, things that we were completely inspired by, right? So I think that is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So what do you want people to feel like if you had one message, because we got one more we're going to play here, and then any others that you want to play, but if you had one message to the world about this album, what would it be?
It would be, appreciation and patience, and keep on keeping on, because we're going to go through drama. Sometimes you find drama, sometimes you ask for it, sometimes you don't want it, but it finds you anyway. And you can always make the best of it.
That's right. That's why I never pray for patience, and I try to avoid drama. But I'm like, I don't need trial. They're already come, They're
going to come.
Copy that. Like, never pray for patience, honey, because there'll be some kind of drama or trial that'll be your way. I'm like, got it, Mom.
Yes.
because you're right, it already comes our way. So I love that, you guys. Stay steadfast, and I just love the message of this. This is so great. We got one more from your album. It's called Manic Midnight. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this one?
Oh yeah, this is another one that is, kind of about emotional trauma. It's a little different though. Then
Think Fast.
That
Similar idea, but just a different perspective.
And the chorus is, I won't be pacified. We've gone through all this, and now you want to make up, and we've done this before. We've made up before, and
I won't be silenced is another part of it. I won't be pacified. You're not gonna. It's about like interpersonal relationships.
Right. I love it. I agree, you guys. Don't we love it? This is like behind the music. That's what we love.
Thank you.
Yep. Right. Over there. Thank you. Over there on YouTube. I love it. Absolutely exciting. All right. We are going to load this up, everyone. This is the last one from their brand new album, Burning Clock #4. This one's called Manic. Is it Manic Midnight?
Manic Midnight. Yes.
All right. Let's go. All right, guys. Enjoy.
Sense of selfishness in them. Inch by inch, I see all beauty in me leave again. It's coming. Once was, once gone is all under the blanket. It's hiding. We see those eyes to all that is disgusting. Never trust him. Never trust him. You can come in. You can come in. Little by little, I feel all words they spoke and they damn me. Inch by inch, I search for a hope to stop this free falling. Once was, once gone, the thought of holding this all in. Moments pass, moments vary, so deep they seep into my manic midnight. Manic midnight. You can come in. You can come in. You can come in. I won't be pacified.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
The way you
Oops, pause
Yeah.
this. Right? I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, that was awesome. I am loving it. You guys just came out like a powerhouse on this album. Go ahead.
And that's how it ends right there.
That's how it ends. That's awesome. Manic Midnight. Yes, that's how it ends. And it's the awesome. Just so much energy. And just these songs are big. I just absolutely love them. I have a few more questions to ask you. Like, which song on this album would you play for someone new? Like your first intro on this song is like, which one would you guys pick?
Probably this time, because it runs the game, and it's almost like two songs in one. It's over 6 minutes long.
Right. Right. Have you guys ever thought about doing like a lyric version of your videos?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a lot of work
We
though.
were talking about that. Yeah.
Right. I like that too, so that, we can all learn to sing along.
Yes.
Right?
It is nice.
Awesome. If you had to pick out of all your albums, what track would you be most excited to perform live?
Spiral Soul.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
I was
for
gonna say
sure.
Spiral Soul, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or Endless. Endless is probably one of the favorite bass lines I've ever written.
Right. Are those some of your personal favorites there, Matt and Darby?
Yes.
Yeah.
And those
Yeah.
were both of those we actually did play live too.
Yeah.
Did you really? Where?
Yes.
Oh, back
Everywhere that would have us.
years ago.
That's a good question. Do you guys ever play at like the bar scene or, at a concert locally near you? No?
Yeah. I mean, karaoke once in a while, church once in a while,
Jam sessions.
session once in a while. Yeah, but it's
no.
pretty few and far between.
Right. Well, I'd be exciting to see you live sometime. It really would be. Right. I would go to that concert. Wouldn't you guys
Really?
go to that concert? Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You let me know. Cause yeah, I would have to, make a trip or wherever you guys, I mean, I guess you might have to either sing or send your singer to you guys, or you'd have to go to Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or you'd have to get someone to fill in just, to make it happen.
Right. Right. Understand that. There was who are the ones that had like the music concerts and stuff? I can't remember who they are, but they always would put on. You guys know, I don't know if they're doing that still too, but they would have them like, in churches or whatever, but they had some really good things. Yes, the Salt Fest. Have you guys ever thought about going to one of those?
Oh yeah. They're going to be down in Knoxville here in September.
Oh,
Are
Knoxville.
they really?
Yeah.
That is so close to me. Have you guys thought about doing something like that with them?
I'm hoping just to go. And but there's something we'll have to think about next year. We got busy just trying to make this music happen.
That's right.
Let alone trying to go out and play it.
Right. Yeah, I agree. How do we do that? Because I just throwing this one up from the chats here. Because right, I mean, especially with all the stuff that they're putting out there right now. I mean, I don't know if anybody listens to the radio. I know I still do. And half the time, I have to turn to like Sirius or whatever because I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this on the the radio? Like, nope, I can't. But this talent deserves to be on the radio, right? I agree. If you guys all want to help out with that, because the best way to do they still even take people requesting songs? Because that's probably one of the ways to get into it. Or do you guys send your music to local radios or, national radio stations?
I did one promotion of sending to radios and didn't get a whole lot of feedback. So I didn't keep at it more than a little bit. People are a little fussy, man. It's
maybe
it's really encouraging how much you guys are, sharing
Right.
the enjoyment of it.
Yeah, we were just so focused on the music license and stuff that
exactly.
it was hard, to see past that. This has been really cool being able to come out here and be part of these communities and show off our music and talk about it.
That's right. That's why it's so important everyone to support them. Because as you're talking about, turning your music or trying to get it heard or whatever, I was thinking of of your song is like so fitting with the Strike of the Serpent. I mean, right? Against the music industry, because it's like, it's kind of like artwork, you know, if you don't know the people or the millionaires or the whatever to get that thumb, you know, and that foot into the door, it's like they don't want to see anything new, which is really, really sad. This is why it has to be the underground sensation, and we can all do this together, everyone, you know.
Because they want their formula. Their formula, they know they get hit songs out of this formula and they can milk it, and that's what they want. And otherwise, you know, if you can do it yourself and, you know, have millions of followers and this and that, then they'll pick you up, you know. But like by that time, you're like, what do I need you for? You know?
That's right. That's why I really admire people like Tom McDonald, whatever. They're just like, yeah, I don't need you. That's why we got to make this the underground movement, everybody. We all need every single one of your help, because, you know, you could be the next sensation if we all promote it together. And they are totally worthy of this. I mean, I love them. You love them. So you guys get out there. They have multiple clips on, you know, X. I mean, what other social medias are you guys on? The Rumble channels. You guys can go to the website here to find out all of the places you can find them. Facebook. Are you guys getting some good reaction on Facebook?
It's hit and miss. Yeah, it's very hit or miss. You know, we do a lot of different stuff on Facebook, not just our music. There's a lot of flower and landscaping pictures, and then a lot of different throwback music stuff. Like the album released this day in 1983, or who's your favorite guitarist from White Snake and stuff like that. And it runs the game. You should really check it out, Lady Hamilton. You'd like our Facebook page. There's plenty of flower pictures. Real quick though, before, you know, you had mentioned Salt Fest. If you want any more information about that, anyone, get a hold of Jade Ron or Cougar S in the chat. They're the ones that run that.
Okay. Yeah, Jada, you can drop that into the permanent comments on Rumble. That would be really, really appreciated, so that everyone who's watching this now or later will be able to have that link. So, Jada, I would appreciate that if you want to just drop that in the permanent link, that we all can find out about it. Because she was talking about that's pretty close to my birthday. What a great way to go celebrate the birthday. You know? Yeah. And they were so great because they were going to allow us artists to bring our artwork too. I mean, they were really, really wonderful to me. And they're like, you have artists that want to come physically bring your artwork. We would love to see that.
That's so you guys need, really.
Right. Might all want to think about that, because that would be a great thing to do. Everybody get together, listen to some great music. Maybe we could get them up there to play a little bit, you know, so forth. But I do have a Facebook account. I'm just now starting to go back on there because I keep thinking about even maybe possibly I could live stream from there too, but I'm testing the waters just with some artwork right now because they banned me and my school, and they just released my Lady Hamilton art not too long ago, so I'm testing the waters. Like here's a painting, here's another painting, you know. Building up my followers. I only have like 94 over there because they wiped it completely out. And so when they reinstated it, I had like nobody, you know. Heaven forbid the you know, all youth are possible. I swear to you, that's a taboo saying over there on Facebook. But yeah, you guys can follow me on Facebook at Lady Hamilton Art as well. And then I will make sure I promote you there as well. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know what you guys think, but I think the most important thing that we all do is not only do we need to enjoy this music, we need to do our part, right? And support this and get this all over. I don't know what kind of scene you're getting over there on X. That's my biggest one. Love to promote that. You can tag me in any of your little video clips. I just learned too at the bottom, so you don't have to put all these little ads or tags. Once you post a picture or you post some music, right there at the bottom, it says tag somebody. So you can like tag me or tag Artist Corner TS, which is really great too. And then it doesn't take away from, you know, you putting your website or putting whatever on your actual post. It's just a little thing at the bottom, and it's beautiful. Go X for that. And I will do my part to help you guys get seen. I love it.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, am I celebrating my 29th birthday? We will go with that. I like that answer. I love that answer. Okay, so one last question before you guys say whatever you got to say. You know how we always leave with, you know, wonderful inspiration and promotion. But I love this question here too. And I was kind of asking like different questions. This one came up. I never thought about this. If your album was a movie or in a movie, what genre would you want it to be in?
like a thriller, or maybe
I was gonna say thriller,
or
like
like a drama, like in like an intense drama.
Mm-hmm. Right. There's a lot of those that could go really great with, like, some kind of racing car ones. There's a lot of ones that
yeah,
almost, on the verge of almost a horror kind of situation, but definitely a drama impact kind of filled one as well. I think that is great. Absolutely great. Okay. My birthday, end of September, guys, is my birthday. They're asking. All right. So we always leave with some inspiration. And I think that your closing song, you guys get to choose as we leave out of here. Maybe we choose Spiral Soul or Endless, since it's one of your guys' favorites. Let you choose. I have both of them up and ready to go whenever, you guys choose. But what would you say to other people? No, first of all, how more can we help you besides share? And what else would you say to inspire people?
Stay with it. Don't give up. Don't listen to what people tell you in terms of trying to make you stop what you're doing. Stay inspired. Look for inspiration.
Amen.
Yeah, you're hearing AI is stealing your job, that they were supposed to do work for you, but now they're taking your art. And the times they are changing, that's for sure. But with change comes opportunity, and it comes appreciation. And you keep on doing what you're doing, keeping your humanity. You're not gonna load your consciousness onto a hard drive or anything like that. We make art, and humans make art.
That's right. I agree. In fact, I even see some rebellion coming against the AI, because especially with the younger generation, this younger generation really surprises me with their, right. And it's interesting because they're booing them at speeches now, and they're calling it boomer art, and they're making fun of us older people for using it. Because they're like, and they're not even clicking on AI kind of made videos or whatever, because they're appreciating it. So maybe this is what we need to go after, is this younger generation that are trying, they're having record number of joining churches, finding religion, rejecting AI. I'm like, wow, absolutely wow. So there is hope.
Ways.
That's right. Stay hope, stay steady. And so the most important thing, you guys, is go to their website. You can download Spiral Soul. There is the song that you guys are giving, the track you're giving away for everybody. You can go to their YouTube site. You can go to their Rumble site. I will put all of these links in the permanent chats for us all to make sure we go and give them a follow. And then I know that you're also on X, My Troubled Days. I would imagine that's the same on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Any other way that we can support you, my friend?
I think you covered the bases pretty good.
Pretty well.
I'm trying to take notes from you.
I love you guys so much. It's such an honor to have you on the show. I am so excited to see your guys' faces every time you come on, and I love playing your music. Oh, anytime. Is there another album on the way? You guys already think about number 5?
We're thinking about it.
It won't be number 5.
No.
We're hoping that it we'll be able to get something off the ground with Melissa this year. We have a couple other things in the works, including working with someone else, kind of doing what's the word I'm looking for? A collaboration with someone.
Okay. That's exciting. Well, you guys, I'm sure you're going to let me know about it, and anything I can do to help, or you guys want to promote something, you want to come back on, you want to do another repeat of this album, whatever you want to do, because I'll tell you what, in a few months, we can sit there and just play a collection of your music just to even promote it.
Oh,
because
that'd be
I love doing it. Wouldn't it? I just have the greatest hits night.
Yeah.
I'll text you like, hey, we got openings up in the beginning of September. We're going to do the greatest hits. And you guys would be really fun to do that. Just keep on promoting what you guys are doing. And I'm so proud of you. Your music is absolutely phenomenal. And thank you for always coming on my show and lighting up my day. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Good.
Thank you for having this, Lady Hamilton.
Oh, anytime. So what are we going to finish with, gentlemen? Spiral Soul, Endless, or another one that you want me to?
I was thinking of a different one that didn't get the love that I thought I was going to get. Okay. All We Need off of part 2.
Okay. All right. I'm going to make sure I load that up. And that is exactly what we will finish with. Everybody make sure to say thank you, please do me a favor and share. Go give them a follow. And let's make sure that this underground sensation becomes the next hottest thing around. Yes? Yes. I love it. I love it. I go, that's what they're saying. Oh, I'm going to grab this. You guys are so fantastic in the chats. You guys are so wonderful. I was looking at the likes. You guys are rocking the likes already. I appreciate that so much. And you guys can share this show out on Pilled, X, Rumble, or whatever. Take the link and take it on Facebook. That would be really cool too. Tag me in it because maybe people need to know I have a show here now too. All right, everybody. Please say goodnight to our wonderful guests. We will see them again. And thank you both, Matt and Darby, for coming on the show and sharing your amazing.
Thank you all for coming
so
out.
much.
Very much appreciated.
You're welcome. Have a good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
You too. Good night.
That is so much fun. Oh my gosh, that is so much fun. I am so excited when you guys come on the show. I don't know if you know about that, but happy Friday night. We just got to hear Burning album number 4. Super excited. I love these guys. I love their music. And I am so excited you guys joined me. Like I said, the likes rocked. The shares rocked. You guys are just fantastic audience. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. That is just so cool, right? I'm still grabbing your wonderful comments. You know, I guess the best thing for me to do is pull the pop-out chat. But it's a copy and paste world here, guys. It's so exciting, isn't it? I know, Claw. Awesome show. Awesome music. We got to all do our part and make sure the whole world knows about my troubled days, right? And loves them as much as I do. All right, guys. So we have a great show tomorrow night as well. Our special guest is coming in live all the way from Nigeria, David, the artist. I'm so excited, but it's going to be 1:00 in the morning his time. He's such a trooper. He's got it all figured out. We missed him last time, but we have tested it out. He is ready to go. He's super excited. His artwork is phenomenal. I cannot wait to have another wonderful night with you guys. Please come back and join us for art night tomorrow and welcome our guest. If he can show up at 1:00 in the morning to be here with us live, you guys can join us tomorrow as well and celebrate his amazing talent. I appreciate that. I'll be doing that promotion for us right after the show here. You guys, and I need to add the Facebook thing, I guess, on there, but you guys can give me a follow on X at Lady Hamilton AR1. Artists and art lovers, make sure you're following Artist Corner TS. Our communities are ending in a couple of days. I wish they would not, but I opened up a new community for us, and it's its own profile. It's called Artist Corner TS, and you can even tag your artwork or your music or anything right at the bottom, and it catches my attention, and I can share it all out. So I love that. You guys can also follow me on Pilled, Truth, Gab, and Facebook at Lady Hamilton Art. Also, if you're over there in YouTube land, whether you're joining us there or not, please go give that a follow as well. So we are streaming all of our artists on YouTube as well. That's something free you guys can do. I appreciate that very much. And let's give a huge hand and a big old thank you to my wonderful team Lady Hamilton moderators. They truly are the best. Let's give them some love for all the promotions and being with us in the chat, starting with our amazing JJR SVL. Please follow him on Truth, X, Pilled, Gab, Gitter, and Rumble. Our fantastic tri-stater. Let's give him some love on Truth and on X. Beautiful Nancy. Let's give her some love on X and on Truth. Frosty Pimp, absolutely. I loved his promotion today. Thank you, my friend. Let's give him some love on X and on Truth, and our beautiful Hockey as well. So glad to have her joining the team. Let's give her some love and a thank you on X and on Truth as well. All right. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. Please, again, don't forget to hit those buttons. Thank you so much for you guys' not only your views, but also your wonderful donations. There was many cans and shades and stuff going over. Thank you, Handy and DeBomb over there for gifting me those on Pilled. Thank you, Nancy, for your wonderful rant today. I appreciate all you guys' support as we need it to keep the shows going and pay the bills and keep the lights on. I appreciate that, guys. You can do that with your tips, your cash apps, your subscriptions, your rants, and your pills and all those forms. All right, we're leaving tonight with what they said, all we need. So a huge another shout out to my great guest tonight. We love you, my troubled days, and we're so thankful that you were here tonight. We look forward to you coming back, and I look forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow, right? I can't wait to have you guys all tomorrow as we welcome our wonderful artists then. So everybody have a great night. I'll see you all tomorrow, and we're going to jam out to this song, All We Need. And you guys can see right here on Rumble. Go give them a follow. See My Troubled Days. I'm going to drop all of these links in the permanent chat for you as well. So everyone have a great night. Be blessed, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
That guy's finished first. The blood's still on his shirt. Things always end the same. Who's to blame? You see, nature always wins. Maybe punishment for sins. Life lost in dreams rips the seams. All we need in times like these, salvation. All we need in times like these, salvation. The blind searching for his rest, the need to end this. So sheltered, so confused. They feel so used. All the talk is just that. Empty the cord, falls flat. These pills spilled around the sink. Tell me, who speaks for the weak? All we need in times like these, salvation. All we need in times like these, salvation. Stop to look and see. All along, you're the key here. These clouds soon clear. Don't live in fear. Wise words spoken. These decisions you've clearly chosen. We are in control. Don't let it go. All we need in times like these, salvation. All we need in times like these, salvation. Wise words spoken, decisions were so clearly chosen, bursting at the seams. Don't stop the dream. All we need is salvation.
Satellite coming down.